Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a very special episode of ezBUCKETz. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're having a fantastic day so far. In today's video, I got something that I guarantee you guys are going to love, especially if you're a big Lakers fan. We're gonna be looking into the future, talking about the Lakers' secret plan when it comes to the buyout market. If you guys don't know what buyout market means, it basically means that during the NBA season, around the NBA trade deadline, when NBA teams are finalizing the roster for their playoff run, some teams actually waive players, buy them out, which makes them available free agents. And with the Lakers currently having 14 players on their roster, they are saving that one 15th spot for a perfect free agent in the buyout market. So if you're a big Laker fan and want to know their secret plan, this video is perfect for you. But quickly, before I get on with the video, I just want to say, if you're new to the channel and love basketball, welcome to ezBUCKETz. My name is Soom, and I make basketball videos every single day. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and click this button right here, the post notification bell, to not miss any of my upcoming videos. If you watched this video and you loved it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button, guys. I would really appreciate it. It would help out the channel a lot. Just one more thing, guys, I'm doing a big Christmas PS5 giveaway on my Instagram account, so if that's something you're potentially interested in, go check out ez.buckets. That is my Instagram name. All the information will be there. But without wasting any more time, let's talk about the Lakers' secret plan. When looking at the Lakers, and especially the buyout market, the Lakers have already proven in the past that they're willing to use it to the max potential. When talking about last season, they were able to use their buyout market to sign 3 crucial players. They were able to get Dion Waiters, J.R. Smith, and Markieff Morris. When talking about these 3 specific additions, Laker fans everywhere loved how Rob Pelinka and the Lakers are still being very active even when the season is almost over. When talking about Markieff Morris, he was a big factor in their NBA championship run, he was a big factor in that Houston Rockets playoff series, and was a great floor spacer at the 4 and 5 spot. I believe during this year's NBA buyout market, if the Lakers this season are able to use the buyout market and sign a player similar to Markieff Morris to be impactful in a specific role for a veteran's minimum contract, I believe it'll give them a better shot at a 2021 NBA championship. A few days ago, the NBA has officially announced the date of the NBA trade deadline, which is March 25th, and that's why I am expecting the Lakers to be very busy during the month of March. I know March is 3 to 4 months away, but I'm telling you guys this, a true championship team plans now, and I believe the Lakers do have a secret plan. That's why they're keeping their 15th available roster spot open. In this video, I got 5 players that will be perfect in a buyout situation, players that are probably most likely going to be leaving their teams right now, either because of age, either because their team is not contending, and if that's the case, I believe the Lakers must do whatever they can to get these players. The first player on this list is a Lakers fan favorite actually, and that's bringing back JAVALE McGee. When talking about the Lakers last year, a big part of their championship defensive identity was how big they are, with Dwight Howard and JAVALE McGee. After getting Marc Gasol this year, they had to trade JAVALE McGee to the Cleveland Cavaliers, and with Cleveland possibly being the worst team in the NBA next season, I see JAVALE McGee wanting a buyout and possibly going back for another championship with the Lakers. When talking about the Lakers right now and what Rob Pelinka is planning on doing, he actually plans on using that 5th and final roster spot for a big man behind Marc Gasol and Montrezl Harrell, and with JAVALE McGee being a high-profile energy player that can protect the rim, I believe the Lakers are lacking that kind of personality and atmosphere. When talking about a buyout player, I believe McGee is at the top of this list when it comes to Lakers fan favorites. The next buyout player on this list is Trevor Ariza, who actually, in fact, was a former Los Angeles Laker way back in 2007. When talking about Trevor Ariza and his career, he has been known as one of the better 3-and-D players, but throughout his time in the NBA, he has been on 10 different teams in 16 years. A fun fact to know is that he only has one NBA championship in 2009 with Kobe Bryant, and ever since then, he has not had an opportunity at winning one. And that's why I believe right now in his current situation, he might be looking for a buyout, as he is currently playing for OKC, a definite rebuilding team. The reason why Trevor Ariza has been bounced around on multiple teams is because Trevor has a skill set that not everybody brings. He's a great defender with a good shooting stroke that can defend any wings in the NBA. A big part of Trevor Ariza is also his veteran leadership. He brings a lot of experience. That's why I believe he'll be great on any NBA team, and he'll be great as a small forward off the bench for the Lakers, being a great 3-and-D role. I actually see Trevor Ariza being bought out by OKC as fast as possible. I don't see him lasting there till March, so expect the Lakers to be targeting him when he immediately hits free agency. The next free agent on this list is one of the best sharpshooters in the NBA, one of the best 3-point shooters, and that's JAVALE, guys. He's also a fan favorite when it comes to the Lakers targeting a sharpshooter and getting a dead-eye player. When talking about JAVALE, he is currently on his last season, his last contract with the Pelicans, and with the Pelicans this year expected to be better, they're actually not projected to be a playoff team. Having 0 championships in his career, might want to join the Lakers this year when they're at their best. JAVALE has a lot of value in the NBA, and even if he gets bought up by the Pelicans and sign a 1-year minimum contract with the Lakers, he'll easily find a better contract in the offseason, and at least with that, he gets an NBA championship. I do see this buyout being very possible. Of course, when talking about the Pelicans' perspective, I don't expect them to waive JAVALE for nothing. I do see them trying to trade him before that, but if no trade is good, I see him being waived and joining the buyout market. JAVALE, in my opinion, is one of the best case scenarios for the Lakers when it comes to this situation. The next player on this list is an NBA veteran, and that's Garrett Temple, and right now, he just signed a 1-year contract with the Chicago Bulls, and honestly, I know he's doing that just for money. When talking about Garrett Temple, he is one of those NBA veterans that any team would love to have. He's a great locker room presence, a great shooting guard small forward player that can be impactful off the bench or even in the starting lineup. Garrett Temple brings it all, and I believe he'll be a great option for the Lakers if he ultimately ends up being a buyout player. When talking about the Bulls, they're definitely on a rebuild mode. I don't see them making the playoffs this year, and that's why I do see him getting bought out before his 1-year contract expires. When talking about the Lakers rotation, they are looking for a 3rd backup shooting guard and small forward, and bringing in a veteran player of Garrett Temple is a safe pick, a safe target, and there's no risk to it. With Garrett Temple having 0 NBA championships, I do see this signing very likely for him and something in his personal interest, and with his 3-and-D personality, the Lakers would love his addition. And the last player on this list is LaMarcus Aldridge on the San Antonio Spurs, and he's becoming a very popular option right now. When talking about LaMarcus Aldridge, he is currently on the Spurs, entering his final year on his contract. Over the past few seasons, LaMarcus has been hit with multiple injuries, and some NBA teams are lowering his trade value, and that's why the Spurs might ultimately end up waiving him. When talking about the Spurs as an organization, they're entering a rebuild mode, and in this upcoming offseason, they are actually projected not to even be in the top 10 of the playoff hunt. With LaMarcus Aldridge being 35 and having 0 NBA championships, I believe he must shift his game towards joining a championship contender, and the Lakers, similar to Marcus Gasol's situation, might be the perfect place for him on a 1-year contract. If the Spurs end up waiving LaMarcus Aldridge, I believe the Lakers would be a primetime target for him. I believe LaMarcus Aldridge could actually shift to the starting center position beside Anthony Davis and be an impactful presence for the Lakers in the playoffs. Imagine a big lineup of Dennis Schroeder, KCP, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and LaMarcus Aldridge, guys. That lineup would be absolutely amazing. One thing's for sure, LaMarcus Aldridge is going to be a primetime target this year in the trade market and evidently also the buyout market. So ultimately guys, this wraps up my video for today on the Lakers and their secret plan when it comes to the buyout market. What's most important to me is I want to know what you guys think. Are any of these options good? Are there any more options out there? Put your thoughts in the comment section down below. But other than that, take it easy, God bless. And I'll see you all next time on Easy Buckets. Woo!